Because that's too much of like, I think it makes people too nervous. But we want to appreciate, I'm speaking for you, we want to appreciate the uniqueness of each and every princess of God. And that's who we are. Okay? So what's going to happen is, the beginning of the dance phase, these four beautiful women are going to move in. That's going to be the beginning. They're going to come in together, staggered like this, and they're going to be an ensemble of four beautiful women dancing for the Lord. They're going to take their time. There's no rush. Just use your levels, high, low, side to side. If you keep your knees bent, it's easy to shift your weight back and forth, okay? And you guys are just going to make a dance together. You don't have to try. What I want you to do is not try. What I want you to do is just release your worship. Just release. I'm a little child and I'm loving it. I just want you to release yourself like that in the presence of God. Okay? Now, because you're an ensemble, guys, because you're an ensemble, you are affected by the other. Now, for example, sister, what's your name?
Johnson.
Johnson? If you were dancing by yourself, you would have your own dance. But my sister here, what's your name?
Catherine.
Catherine. But because she's there, you're going to be affected by her dance, and so on and so forth. So you're making your own dance to the Lord. You're just being free and silly. But you are activated and affected by the others, okay? All right, so what's going to happen is they're going to come about, let's say, taking their time. They're going to come about whenever, take your time, whenever they get to about center, then the next 4 or 5 women are going to do the same thing. And we get to rejoice with them. We can sway and everything. But I want us to enjoy the uniqueness of every daughter of God. There's nobody like you. Nobody. That's mind-blowing. There has never been you. Hi there, there's never been another you, and there will never, ever be. So, sister, put on the seatbelt, because you better say, Lord, let's go. Let's go together here, because He needs you to be who He made you to be. Now, that can be very intimidating. When I was in Jerusalem and God was downloading all these things to me, beginning with Jeremiah 31, and the praise and the dance and His Miriam and all that, there were so many different aspects to this ministry. I was so intimidated. I was like, oh my God. And I spoke to my friend, and he said, Liora, let me ask you a question. Can you just be yourself in God? Every day, can you just be yourself? And I said, well, I think I can do that. And it's almost 9 years later, and I'm doing it. Amen. I'm doing everything He's asked me to do. I'm not perfect by a long stretch, but I am doing what He's asked me to do. And that's what He's asking. Just be faithful with what He's put in your hands, guys. Just be faithful with that. That's all He asks. He doesn't ask you to go before Him. He makes the way before you. And then He gives you the next step. Just the next step. Just like the dance. If God calls you to step out, right? I know I'm supposed to dance. I feel God pushing me, but I don't know what to do. But He says, but step out. I'll give you what to do. Just step out. So I go, oh, step out. And then all of a sudden, woo! God just carries me. The first step is on us.
Amen.
Right? And then he just carries us. He carries us. I was in Christ Church. I had to do 16 dances on Jerusalem Stone. Okay? I had a knee brace on, so I know what you're talking about. And I thought, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. It was a formal concert. And I remember stepping out of the alcove, and all of a sudden, I just felt like I was on the wings. I was on his wings. And he carried me through.
Amen.
You know, the enemy will say to you, you can't go. You have a stomach ache, you can't go out. You can't go for a walk because you got pains in your right foot. You can't do this. Don't you know that if you dance on that knee or that foot or whatever, it's going to get worse? Because our mind, well, someone might say, well, that's common sense, right? But it's not what God is saying.
Amen.
I had a man with all kinds of sports injuries. He was afraid for me to even touch him, like in the workshop, like tap him or anything, because he had just been so traumatized in his body. Halfway, but he stayed and he did it. And halfway through the workshop, he said, I said, is there any testimonies? Because testimonies are great. He said, is it possible that God is healing me while I'm dancing? I said, it's entirely possible. Are you kidding? That's the point.
Yes.
That's the point. We have to dance our way into healing.
Amen.
The enemy is not going to hear, beautiful princess. This is the enemy. Here, beautiful princess of God, take your destiny and be all that you can be.
Right.
God would say that to you. The enemy would not say that to you. We have to fight. We have to fight for our destinies. We have to fight for our destinies. But you know what? It will make us so much stronger, and our conviction will be one that will not waver.
Amen.
Right? Because we need to have a very strong backbone, and only the Lord can do that.
That's right.
He can rebuild us.
Amen.
And some of us physically, that backbone needs to be rebuilt.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, this is your night, ladies. This is your night.
Amen.
Before you were born, the Lord had it for us to be together, bonding together, dancing bridegroom songs to our beloved, and getting set free. I need you to lift up your voices because the freedom is truly there. I had a woman testify, probably over 55 at the time. She said that with the floor warm-up, well, she was on the floor and we were sounding, using all these sounds. The Lord showed her that she had frozen feelings towards her mother since she was 8 years old, and now she was at least 55. Because she let the sounds out. It's like something happens. Don't ask me to explain it. I did the best I could by saying our body and our voice is an instrument of praise. When we offer that up to the Lord, He will surely heal us. And we will surely have joy because we were meant to do that. That's the best I can do in explaining that.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's continue to dance. We've got our ensembles, right? You guys are going to dance. Do your own dance, but you're activated. Sue, can you come to the center with me for a minute? I'll just give an example. And Mary, and can you come to the center just for a minute, okay? Just as an example. We've never done this before together. Okay? Okay. Let's just go to where the ladies are now. We're just going to step where you guys are just for a minute, but this is your place. You are going to be starting. Just an example, okay? And Chrissy, I'm just going to ask you in a minute to put that song back on. And so let's fill up the space here. We're going to take our time. We're doing our dance to the Lord. But we're allowing ourselves to be affected by each other's dance because it's relationship. God is a relational God. It's all about being affected. I spoke Sunday about you think you got it all together and you have no issues because you don't have anybody around you.
That's it.
As soon as you get somebody in your life, and especially marriage, it's like, oh my God, I can't even bear to look at myself. Because your spouse is a mirror reflection of you. You know? So God is using us tonight to catapult each other into our destiny. Do you believe that?
Yes.
He is using us to bring each other forward into our destiny. This is not happenstance. We are here specifically. It's intervention of God. You know, all of us, with our different hearts and our different fingerprints, we were ordained to be here.
Amen.
Okay? Okay, so we're just the four of us are just going to do an example. And when we get to about the middle, okay, then you guys will come in and then it will be officially going once they start. We're just going to give an example. Okay, so let's be affected by each other. You still can do your own dance with the Lord, but yeah, we're just going to give an example. Just watch for a minute. You don't know what we'll do. We'll see.
I have no idea.
It's not right or wrong.
Trusting Him, not myself.
from Asia, and it was sent to Jerusalem. Very special. Okay, so let's see, whose group? Can you be in this group? Great. And so what's going to happen is, we're just going to give an example. We haven't done it together before. You know, improvisational moving or interpretive dance, we want to learn how to move really bare before the Lord. Amen. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart. Here's my heart, Lord. And we want to be able to dance that way when we come into the congregation and fellowship. You know why? Because when you dance truthfully before the Lord, it breaks hearts. You'll be dancing people into destiny.
Amen.
God uses us to move mountains.
Amen.
He uses us to dance people into destiny. Prophetic dance is simply bringing forth the heart of the Father here and now. And the prophetic song is the same song that's created right on the spot. We want to release the river of God with our dance. Okay? All right, so we're just giving an example, Chrissy. If you could put that song on Dance With Me. So just the four of us, it's just going to be what it is. Let your body listen. Listen and respond. Listen and respond. Yes, beautiful. Keep your focus on the Lord so you don't feel embarrassed.
Amen.
That's to keep your focus on the Lord so you don't feel embarrassed because He's seen you. The only thing that matters is He's saying, I love you. I love your worship. More. Spoil me, He says, with your worship. So don't worry about other people. Let the other girls affect and give more dimension to your dance. Take your time, take your time, take your time. That's it. If you feel uncomfortable, that's totally normal. It's totally normal because you haven't done it before. Who's the next one? Oh, can you make your way, ladies? Make your way, make your way. Oh, no. When you finish, you finish. And then the next one. Take your time. Please. Yes, keep dancing. There's no rush. Dance as long as you want to dance. Beautiful, sister. Ah, beautiful. Go for it. Whee! Ladies, may I invite you please to just lay down on the floor. You can take your beautiful blanket with you.